Microsoft just finalized its acquisition of ZeniMax Media for a paltry $7.5 billion. ZeniMax owns Bethesda, which you may know from a few indie game franchises like Doom or Fallout. This marks the 23rd first-party studio for Xbox Game Studios. Phil Spencer did confirm that some upcoming games from Bethesda would be exclusive to Xbox and PC. He didn't elaborate on the sum, but one can imagine it may include some of the studio's biggest titles. Perhaps Elder Scrolls 6, otherwise known as Skyrim 2, will be nowhere to be found on Sony's console. How this will affect the PlayStation user base remains to be seen, of course. Despite Bethesda now being owned by Microsoft, it will operate as a separate business and keep its existing leadership teams. For now, anyway. In other news, Todd Howard updates resume. As of January this year, SpaceX has launched over 1,000 satellites into low Earth orbit to deliver high-speed, low-latency internet to its ever-expanding customer base of 10,000 users. The goal of Starlink is to bring internet to those in under- or unserved areas, and it seems a recent FCC filing by the company aims to broaden that goal. If the filing is granted, SpaceX would be able to beam its internet service into vehicles. This could mean replacing cell-based internet in your car or old-school satellite internet on a freighter in the middle of the Atlantic. I, for one, am all for porn reaching more and more people. HTC has been busy teasing us on its Twitter account by posting an image of a hinge. Some eagle-eyed Twitter users matched this hinge to an experimental lip tracking module that HTC has previously announced at GDC way back in 2019. This lip tracking module seems to be the next step for HTC, as they already released the Vive Pro Eye, which can track your eye movements. As a side note, I've been following VR for years, and I know about eye tracking and things like foveated rendering, but why have I never heard of this headset or that it was released something like 2 years ago? HTC hasn't confirmed a release date or that lip module is even a thing yet, but it seems like it won't be long if the rumors are true. Imagine being able to see the lips of others in VR chat or use your lips for other purposes. Gamestop just announced that there are 2 PS5 bundles available for pre-order, and they're gone. Yes, these systems were sold in about an hour or so. Sony has had nothing but issues getting the PlayStation 5 into the hands of gamers due to manufacturing and distribution difficulties. The pandemic and the silicon shortage we're currently experiencing surely has contributed heavily to these issues. As someone who was able to get a launch system, you're not missing a heck of a lot yet. The list of exclusives is pretty short. Good news for GameStop though, their stock just went up over $200. Pretty soon you'll be able to play a competitor's games on a popular game console. Take note, Apple. Microsoft is updating their Edge browser in the Xbox Series S and X consoles. The Chromium-based browser will allow users to not only surf the web, but to play Google Stadia and Nvidia's GeForce Now. In theory, this could allow access to Xbox's cloud gaming. However, I'd hope that Microsoft would develop a native app for the latter. The new Edge-based browser features a similar sync engine to Edge on PC, which allows for extensions, vertical tabs, and other features found on the desktop counterpart. We all said that we didn't need another damn streaming service. Then Disney Plus happened. With such a huge library of cherished properties, we can probably let this one slide. And it looks like around 100 million people have. That's right, congratulations Disney for passing 100 million subscribers. A few more and you'll be up to my subscriber count here on YouTube. AMD has finally been able to get more of their new 5000 series Ryzen CPUs out to retailers. Up until a week or so ago, it's been difficult, if not impossible, to get your hands on one of these new chips. Even if you could grab one, likely you were going to pay well over retail. I don't know about you, but I would never pay over retail price for a piece of electronics. Certainly not my RTX 3080. Even though the chips are out there now to grab, the highest end parts in the lineup are still scarce. Good luck finding a 5900X or a 5950X. Likely what AMD decided to do was use their limited resources on producing the lower end CPUs, as they're more likely to be sold to the mainstream consumer. AMD certainly has their hands full with the release of the Radeon 6700 XT GPU coming on March 18th. If they can get their CPUs out to customers along with the new graphics card, they're going to be in a really good competitive position. That is, of course, if the 6700 XT can be bought by anyone at all either. Fortnite begins its 6th season starting on March 16th. We don't know what the theme of the new season is yet, but Epic usually has something big up their sleeves when it comes to new seasons. In Season 5, we saw the theme of best hunters across different realities, with the likes of Master Chief, Daryl from The Walking Dead, and of course, The Mandalorian. The end of Season 5 will of course lead directly into the opening of Season 6 with the Zero Crisis finale event. Epic describes this as a solo experience, and is the conclusion of Agent Jones' mission, which was at the heart of Season 5. Apparently this will shape reality as we know it, according to Epic. I know I'm not the target audience for the game, but I have a blast playing me some Fortnite, so I'm looking forward to the new season. I promise everyone that I won't floss though. Rust is finally on its way to the PS4 and Xbox One this spring, but as of yet, there's no word on current gen console versions. One can imagine the backwards compatible version will at least be playable on the latest Xbox and PlayStation, but we'll have to wait a bit to find out. Rust is currently in beta for the next few weeks and is being handled by Double 11 Studios. Double 11 worked on console versions of Prison Architect and Minecraft Dungeons, so it seems like the game is in capable hands. If you haven't played Rust before, it's a blast. Just be prepared for the soul-crushing moment when you log in and discover the base you've been building for weeks was just broken into and looted. It's the one damn spot where you miss when fortifying the base. Rage quitting is okay, people. It's therapeutic. Who else is a huge League of Legends fan? Well, not me, but apparently there's a few of you out there. You have phones, don't you? League of Legends Wild Rift is a new mobile game set to go open beta slowly this year, starting in Europe and expanding to the Americas on March 29th. It's been a closed beta since September in some Eastern countries, but this will mark the first time it's been seen in the West. The game is optimized to make the game work on smaller screens, which includes touchscreen controls and shorter rounds and a new map. Champions will slowly be added, but some will have to be tweaked for mobile play. And yes, of course, there will be microtransactions in the game. It's just a fact of life now. But Riot assures that no champions will be microtransaction only, nor pay-to-win boosts. We'll see. You can pre-register for the open beta now on Android, but not on iOS quite yet. No word on the actual release date. That's the tech news. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.